today. From FirstEnergy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts.
We're in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at FirstEnergy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Colts ready to go to work here offensively. And it is Phillip Rivers, their veteran quarterback and longtime Charger, who will be under center.
I don't know what it is, partner, but every time I watch Phillip Rivers play, I just have a big grin on my face because he plays the game with such joy. Loves being out there. Remember, he's part of that great 2004 class with Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger, two of them still in the league today. Now he's probably going to go over 60,000 passing yards and 400 touchdowns this season. The big question mark, how much does he have left in the tank? I think he's got plenty.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Campbell making the catch.
Rivers pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. JoJo Natson back deep. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns offense getting ready for their first drive as they will do so behind their quarterback in his 3rd year now from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And I think Baker Mayfield has had a tremendous offseason getting ready for this one because he put the focus squarely on football and cut out a lot of the peripheral stuff. Just focused in on being the best quarterback and leader for his Cleveland Browns team. And now all he has to do, take care of the turnover issues of last year. 21 interceptions he threw, 2nd most in the NFL.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 38. He's back to throw here to start the drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Flushed out right. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, Cleveland, Mayfield to Beckham.
There's a good catch by Odell Beckham Jr. And in 2019, even though it was one of the least productive seasons of his career, he was still a 1,000-yard receiver for the 5th time. Also caught the longest reception of his career as well. An 89-yard touchdown against the Jets on a Monday night. Explosive is Odell Beckham Jr.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards, the final tally.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Number 27, Kareem Hunt, the ball.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. First carry for Nick Chubb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
And a nice carry and a 1st down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb was a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished 2nd in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
1st and goal from the 3. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return is Hines. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indianapolis Colts, 3-1 now following a third straight win. They go on the road in Week 4 and score the 19-11 victory over the previously unbeaten Chicago Bears. So a great win for the Colts. Now that one, it was devoid of a lot of offense, but the Colts D really been tremendous on this 3-game run. Colts outscoring their opponents 83-29 during this stretch. The defense, Charles, has allowed 14 points a game this year. That's it.
Yeah, and they held the Bears to 28 yards rushing. So if you look at their front office now and you look at their GM, that's a heck of a trade on draft day, wasn't it? To get DeForest Buckner from San Francisco to shore things up inside and help create some pass rush as well. Not only that, partner, is Phillip Rivers, their quarterback, one of the all-time great fun trash talkers the NFL has ever seen?
Oh, did you see that clip?
Exchange he had with Roquan Smith?
Yeah.
How great was that when he's like, yo, bro, my guy turned the corner on you. You couldn't keep up with him. That was so much fun because that is so Phillip Rivers. And right now, he's piloting a 3-1 team that's going to be a threat in the AFC South. And how about that? They go up against AFC North in their next 2 games. At Cleveland, another 3-1 team. Home against Cincinnati, who got their first win last week. Then they get their open week in Week 7.
On third down, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
This is one of the dangers of going for the punt block.
And you know before you even call going for the block, it's a risk-reward play. So many factors come into it. They went after it, and you know punters, what they do? They leave their leg up in the air an extra count or 2, hoping someone comes into contact.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Rivers pass.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
8 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46.
46-yard line.
Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
1st down, Indianapolis. That's the end of the first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
It's for the taking. No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm a boy. I'm for the safe. 4 teenage nigga live. I'm a friend to the plate until we all got them, but they
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
Larry Ogunjobi on the tackle in his 4th year now out of the University of Charlotte. A big part of this young Browns defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Hines. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
The ball carrier.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Rivers. And Pascal's got it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Grabbed there by Zach Pascal, and he's one of those guys that often people forget are even on the roster, but when you look up at the end of the game, he's produced over 600 yards and 5 touchdowns in 2019.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
He was tackled.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
He was taken down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Rivers. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Colts 3.
Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is JoJo Natson. And able to get this out to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Well, here comes the Browns offense again, Charles, and this gives us an opportunity to talk about the fact that they are 3-1 for the first time since 2001, and week 4 that offense was humming. They hung 49 against Dallas. Good thing, because the defense couldn't stop Dallas. 49-38 was the final. But, Charles, the Browns had been 1-18 in their last 19 October games. prior to that win in Dallas. So this season's starting to feel a little bit different.
Break up the Browns, brother. Break up the Browns. And look, I saw them opening day, right? The first game at Baltimore. They got beat 38-6, and many people were saying, okay, same old Browns. I said it that day, and I believed it, that this Browns team, under new management with their head coach Kevin Stefanski, would be better the second half of the season. Well, they proved me wrong. They've gotten better right in the first part of the season. And how about Odell Beckham Jr.? Success against the Cowboys during his days with the Giants was dynamite. Wearing a Browns uniform, 2 touchdown catches, another 50-yard run on a reverse. He's starting to break out. This team's really starting to come together. Only downside, running back Nick Chubb got hurt in the game. He's going to go on IR for a while, but they expect him back later this season. So this team looked bad week 1. They've looked terrific ever since. Now they're home for a big game against Indianapolis, and then 2 division games, Brandon, at Pittsburgh, at Cincinnati. They should be a factor in the race.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Mayfield. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Rivers. And that's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. When halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield, and he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mayfield on first down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Nice grab there by Kareem Hunt. It's going to be fun to watch him expand his game here in 2020. Versatile in the passing game, can carry it on the ground as well. Remember, he only played about half the season in 2019, 37 catches and a touchdown during that time. He's going to find more snaps this year and really expand this offense.
Well, partner, looking back to week 4, we had an abundance of scoring. You look at teams that scored 30 or more points. You had Denver, Seattle, Cincy, Minnesota, Cleveland, Dallas, Baltimore. I mean, the list, it keeps going and going. And we've seen teams go over 30 points or more 50 times already through 4 weeks. The record before this was 36 times. So the average game this year, just under 52 points, the highest scoring since the merger. I mean, what's going on here, CD?
Well, there's a number of factors, I think. And normally, when you come off of a season, when you come off the offseason, defenses are slightly ahead of offenses because of timing. But I think these guys in the offseason do such a great job of getting together. You know what I mean, Brandon? They find a way to meet in a city, go through their offensive plays, work on their timing. And I think that's helped them big time. The other thing, penalties are down, especially holding calls across the league. That definitely benefits teams trying to run their offense.
And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there's a completion to Austin Hooper. What a big-time acquisition for this offense in Cleveland. Came from Atlanta as a 2-time Pro Bowler. Had nearly 800 yards in receptions and 6 touchdowns last year. And he spends a lot of time with his quarterback in order for them to get on the same page on every snap.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
10, Colts 3.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. On the return is Hines. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half out of the former Heisman Trophy winner, Baker Mayfield. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. JoJo Natson now on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
Nice pass rush there by Justin Houston, culminating in a sack. And the move to Indianapolis in 2019, absolutely rejuvenating. Plus, he changed positions from outside linebacker to defensive end and had his first double-digit sack season since 2014.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Let's go. Here we go.
To throw, Mayfield under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Hines. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A throw out wide caught by Pascal. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. From the gun, Rivers. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Rivers to Hilton there, 1st down, Indy.
Reception there by T.Y. Hilton, and he absolutely terrifies defenses when he gets downfield. Speed, shiftiness, excellent hands. 5 1,000-yard seasons in his career.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rivers hands this one to Mack. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Good pickup there by Marlon Mack, and he was a 1,000-yard runner in 2019 and has been very consistent in moving the ball for the Colts. Last 2 seasons, at least 8 touchdowns rushing each year.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run with Mack. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers. He's got Jack Doyle. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
1st and goal.
9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Throwing Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Here's Jarvis Landry with the nice reception and pickup there. And when you say Pro Bowl, you better think Jarvis Landry. He's been selected to it every year since 2015. The only season he's missed is rookie year. and he is durable and tough. We talk about that all the time. How about this for an example? Hasn't missed a game in his first 6 seasons and was a 1,000-yard receiver for the 3rd time in 2019.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And that'll set him back 5. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down.
Let's get there. Switch.
Throwing, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. .42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. 2-yard line. Indy set to go on offense once more. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. 36 yards on the play.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, 2 hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He'll check this down to Hines. Rivers. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Rivers throwing complete to Doyle, his tight end. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well, and that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hines, and he takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Returning it, here's Natson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Natson on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
taken
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Play fake. Mayfield. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Browns on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Odell Beckham. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 8.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun, Rivers. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Rivers on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Naheem Hines. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 40.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Rivers to throw. A good throw here, finding Pascal. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On the give, this is Mack. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a run with Mack. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Second and 11. Now it's Hines. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Rodrigo Blankenship with an important one. This to almost certainly win the football game.
22-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. I guess we can call that a welcome to the NFL moment right there, and he came in with open arms and knocked it through.
Yeah, how about that? It's almost surely a game winner, right? And, you know, rookie kickers, usually the leash is kind of short, isn't it? I think they went ahead and got that extended model for him now after making that kick.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. To return it, it's Natson. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
JoJo Natson on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. One last shot from Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Browns 10.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.